Ahoy, ahoy, everybody! How's it going? Oh, look, we got music starting again.
I'm feeling it.
Whoa, okay, it's crazy. We're already starting a Sunday off crazy. It was already going to be crazy, and now it's even more crazy.
Are you feeling really? I'm feeling pretty calm.
Really, I'm not, because I've got a giant cup of coffee.
Oh, it's true.
I have an extremely large cup of coffee here right now. And,
where did Flynn? Where did your cup of coffee come from?
Well, let me tell you, this is like viewer mail.
Oh, you're
there,
giving
I did
it away. For you. Now they know how it's done.
Viewer mail. And I've got here this lovely coffee cup with my name spelled in Lego bricks on it, which is awesome. This is from John Luttrell and his wife, who made this cup for me. Now, we had an unfortunate incident with the mail where the other things that were in it didn't quite make it, but this one did.
Yay.
And I just wanted to say how thoughtful it was that that she made sure to put the name on the side that when I hold the cup that people the audience can see it. So well thought out.
And not bad coffee either, right?
No, it's good coffee. And I'm gonna just do a little bit more tweaking here. All right, we're not quite so orange. There we go. No orange. Hi, everybody. It's Sunday, and welcome. Hope that you are having a great day today while we sort all of our stuff out.
In case you didn't know, today is brought to you by Tauntauns.
Tauntauns and dragons
and other dragons, things. Any kind of bipedal thing with little bitty arms
and dinosaurs. Okay, so golly, we've got a lot of guests today.
Kangaroos.
So I'm very excited about this to happen like right now. And I bet you that we because of the guests we have today, we are going to have a whole bunch of new people in out in the chat, I'm gonna guess. But first, yes, let's welcome our regulars here today. Here she is, everybody. You know her, you love her. It's the Queen of Links. Cara is here. Minifig Chick. Hi, Cara.
Hi, Cara.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Hi, everyone. Good. How are you guys?
Good. Your lighting is looking very good today.
It's full battery and hopefully, stay that way.
What's going on? Very good. Also, please welcome to the stream another one of our regulars, everybody. It is the Queen of Pink Houses. It is Holly. Hi, Holly.
Oh, hi, everyone. Hello.
How's it going?
The inimitable Holly.
Indeed. And we are, so this, as everybody knows from seeing the beginning of the show, we have another regular here. It is the return, the triumphant return.
The season two debut.
That's right, the season 2 premiere debut of TrickyBricks guest. So excited. I can't believe it. TrickyBricks Build and Chat season 2 first appearance of Moto.
Oh,
Moto.
Greetings, Mr. Bond.
Exactly what I was hoping for in an entrance from
Yay! The heroic return.
You guys hyped it up so much I needed a sword.
Well, of course. It's so glad to have you back, Moto. We're so glad, and I'm assuming.
Thank you.
That we will also see that Splashy will be making a comeback today. At least I hope.
They may be dehydrated. I think they're going to need a refill around cookie time.
So let's see. We have got. It's so fun to have you back. We've missed you the past several weeks, although we've soldiered on, and we've had some great guests. If you were on last week, Kevin and Brenda, I'm Bored Toys, and Art and Jest were a hoot and a holler.
Those guys were crazy fun. I was giggling the whole time.
They are super fun. And how did I meet these people? And now I'm going to what am I going to say? In honor of this next guest we've got coming up, I'm going to introduce him the way that he introduces people on his show, which is to say, long. So this guy is somebody who I have been checking out his streams and have been a guest on a couple of his streams. And he's actually where I met Kevin and Brenda and several other people. And this person was, I was turned on to this person by Moto, actually, and started going out. So it's been really, really fun getting to know him and chat with him. He is the bad boy of British Lego streaming. Everyone, please welcome to the stream, Greg, London Bridge Bricks. Hi, Greg.
Whoa! What a fabulous intro.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I worked on it for a while, meaning I made it up as I went along.
Perfecto. Awesome. Impulse power, Flynn. Impulse power.
Well, it's so great to see you here today on our show after being a guest on your show a couple times.
I know. It feels so weird. It's brilliant to meet really big chick, Holly as well. And I've not streamed with Moto for weeks.
I know, right? Right?
And I don't think we've met before today. Hi, I'm Richard.
This is Richard.
High five. High five, everybody. No, it's great to meet you. Thank you for having me. I'm very, very excited, Flynn.
Well, we are very excited too, and I know somebody else who is very excited. Maybe not quite as he's a pretty chill guy. This next guest is a pretty chill guy, and he's actually the perfect balance for Greg's enthusiasm. It's kind of like you're kind of like the me and Richard, you know, like one's really, really hyper, the other one's like really, really chill and kind of balances the other one out. Kind of just like Kevin and Brenda. See, these are the teams that work the best, folks. I'm telling you, the ones that can like play
the yin and the yangs. Absolutely.
Exactly. You gotta have all the sides.
Yeah.
Everybody, please welcome to the stream the wonderful, the fabulous Cy O'Connor. Hi, Cy.
Hey guys, how's everybody?
Hi, Cy.
Hello, Cy.
Long time no see.
Hello, Cy.
I know, and look, you and Cy are right next to each other, and I didn't even have to move my little screens around to make that happen. It just magically happened here. Aw, you two are so sweet together.
This is awesome.
So, and also we are seeing the
I wasn't paying attention.
That was the Moto Holly
Mashup.
neck right there.
That's terrifying.
I like it.
It's great to it's great to see you, Cy and Greg's, and I've been on both of your shows, so it's great to have you over here finally.
Thank you for having me, and hi Richard.
Hi, Cy. Nice to meet you. I'm so distracted by your background.
Look
at
so
that
good.
amazing Death Star, and all of those modulars. They look great.
Well, and
There's a story behind the Death Star. I started building it in December, and it had Christmas dinner with us on the kitchen table, and I finished it about 2 weeks ago, so it now sits beside the kettle and the new coffee machine. So
awesome. Very good. It's taken up residence.
exactly. I also brought a dinosaur.
Oh, very good. Oh, I love that.
Nice.
Good one. So I wanted to. Oh, we still have one more person. Last but certainly not
Wait,
least.
there's more.
Yes,
Wait, there's more.
It's of course A-E-I-O-U and sometimes
Sometimes
Blair. Hi, Blair.
Howdy.
Hey, Blair.
How's it going?
Hey.
It's right down there.
Good to see you.
Good to see some new faces, some old faces. Hi, Moto.
Who are you calling old?
Blair!
Some old faces, some new old faces.
We're all
Blair, your beard's gotten even larger since I've been gone. How is that even possible?
I know everybody's been getting these epic beards. Like I saw Cowboy Cornado yesterday, and he's got like the full,
ZZ
like
Top.
he's going like ZZ Top style, like.
I swear, Blair's going to start robbing from the rich and giving to the poor here in Sherwood Forest any day now.
So I'm curious, Greg and Cy. I'm curious. So is the whole beard thing kind of like a U.S. thing? Like, is that basically just like a here thing, or do you have like a proliferation of facial hair over there as well?
Well, if there's anyone into facial hair more than I am, because I like to clean shave every day if I can, folks. I really do. Ty, on the other hand, he goes for the slightly badgered look. In all honesty, or more like a sort of maybe a border terrier That's the thing. Now, certainly here in England, anyway, we've got the hipsters with their beard and the waxing of the moustaches and stuff like that. But I've got to be honest, Blair, I am getting a little bit of beard envy. If I could just go straight
have beard
to
envy too.
I like it. I don't think it'd suit you quite as well, Holly, in all honesty. But if I could just go straight to that beard that Blair's got, count me in, folks. Honestly, it's just that bit in between I can't do.
Well, there's a long awkward period between those two.
Unless you just go to a costume shop, I'm telling you, like, just put it on, glue it on for the day, decide what you think about it. You can always take it off, put it back on again.
Exactly. No, Ireland would be the same like as the UK. Obviously, we've got our baristas, our hipsters, and everything else. Although I did shave today, just because it's going to be on your show, and Greg probably thinks I look like a shaved ferret or something. But
It is like one of those cats that hasn't got any hair.
One of those cats. I'll take that one. So I obviously, because I shave from here all the way over here. That's a lot of moisturizer.
He's got eyebrows, folks. He really is.
Oh no, I left the eyebrows. Say I made a mess of them last time. I had a stripe down here, and I looked like
I did
vanilla ice.
I did a haircut this morning for all of you to be like nice and neat, and I actually had the tortured back and forth of like eyebrows, no eyebrows. What? There's a show. What if the terrible happens? No, I always err on the side of doing less to the eyebrows.
So it's so funny you would mention eyebrows. So one of my favorite 3D printer guys on YouTube is named Uncle Jesse, and he said that he was tweeting. He did this tweet where he went to the dentist. And the dentist, the first time seeing the dentist, and the dentist was like, "Whoa, what did you do to your eyebrows?" Okay, like, first of all, who says that to someone? Like, especially like your dentist the first time meeting someone. And he's like, "No, I just have like really thin eyebrows." And then it reminded me of this advertisement I'd seen in a 50s magazine at the salon where I used to work. And they had like, and I guess they still have them today, eyebrow stencils, where you just kind of like put them on and then take a pencil and just kind of like draw them in. So as a joke, I was like, I want to go tweet up, like a picture of that. Well, what I ended up running into was they sell sheets of like eyebrows, like temporary tattoos. So you literally you wet them and you put them on. And I just wondered.
We need to do this.
Hey, Flynn, keep me in mind for the next trivia show.
Okay. Yes. All right. Yes, I will. So eyebrows, and I was just thinking like you could mix and match them, like depending on how you wanted to look for that day. If you wanted to look permanently quizzical, you could have like an arched one and a straight one.
Yeah, mix it at like 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Flynn, you shouldn't do this because the Windex trick does not work on eyebrows.
No, it's like once you put them on, like you could be going for quizzical and end up looking kind of mad.
That's right. If you get it even 2 degrees off, it's a completely different expression.
Yeah, well, Sai, that might be a thing for you. If you accidentally nick one of those eyebrows, we'll just get you some stencils or some stick-on ones.
Some temporary eyebrows.
You haven't seen me put stickers on before, clearly.
As gentlemen get older, we get hair that grows out of ears, nose, and really long eyebrows. I don't know why it comes out of here instead of here. It stops here and comes out of here. So I use, those little grooming things, and it's a little a razor thing, and it's electric.
Yeah, it looks like a toothbrush, kind of.
Yeah. So I lost the guard off, but the guard broke. So instead of using the guard on my eyebrows, I have to gently go over my eyebrows. So sometimes, zip, oh no, and zip. So sometimes this one is always way lighter than this one. So people sometimes obviously think they're going, hello.
I came back to an entire rabbit hole about eyebrow shaving.
Yeah.
Why?
You missed us so much, haven't you?
You guys have talked about like vanity more than any conversation I've had with another woman ever.
When gentlemen reach a certain age, like moisturizer starts becoming a thing that has to happen on a daily basis.
I tell you what, Holly, this doesn't happen by itself.
Right? It takes a lot of work to look this cheap.
Wow.
So
I feel like I should go grab my spackle blade.
Blair, would you mind showing us up close your fabulous Sunday hat?
Oh, here, let me put you on the big screen,
Oh, wow.
Blair.
Little springtime.
That looks great.
We got the blossoms and the birds, sunshine,
I
rainbows.
love it.
Yeah,
That is
how
awesome.
fun.
That is so cool.
Gotta
So
have
I
it.
am going to go back to here. So I actually wanted to... Whoa, hi there. There we go.
Hello.
I know. Whoa, super close up. Everybody always loves that. I love one of Greg's favorite tricks on his show is to just like randomly put people on the big screen, like whether he's talking to them or not, and just like put them up. And everybody, and it's hilarious. No matter how many times I've seen the show, and I know however many times this happens to Cy, he still always looks surprised every time. He's like, "Oh, I'm on the big screen." He's like, "Come on, you know this is happening."
If sometimes I'm looking at Amazon when it happens, I'm on a different screen. And
I watch him sometimes. He's reading. I can watch him reading stuff.
my eyes are like, Greg goes a little bit silent, and I know, oh no, I have to go back, and there I am, like, oh hello.
And people are going to know what you're shopping for from the reflection in your glasses, so.
The credit card number and everything, yeah.
I did want to take a quick minute here. I just wanted to say hi to everybody who's in the stream right now, because I know we have a bunch of new people, so I want to make sure that everybody gets a shout out here at the top of the show. Alexander23 is here. Brick Princess, hey, how's it going? Good to see you again. Brickaroo Bonsai, Brickman Mosaics Art, Bubs and Lava Bat, Chris E. Coyote, and J Runner Beep Beep Chalice. Oh, Chris, I always love the names. My tongue maybe doesn't, and I do. Brickman Mosaics Art is here. Batman MKE, Greebling Wizard, Hooded One, Joel Marbella, Johnny Cat is here. Hey, Johnny. Lego Madness, Marilyn Parmley is here, Matthew Builds Bricks, Minifig Chick, Minifig Nick, Monica Berry, and Moto. And MNRK just kind of slipped in there too.
And Ms. Slowbrick.
Wow,
full on Emscapades today.
Who I gotta say, while we're talking about like glamour, Ms. Slowbrickta has the most glamorous hair, like completely silver white. It's like what I aspire to, like eventually when my hair goes all white. I really want that. PT McEwen is here. Remy Baker, Rob Zaccardi and the Zaccardis. Ahoy, hoy. Elena and Vanessa. Sorry, that usually rolls off. Let's see. Cy O'Connor's here. Oh, right. I saw him earlier. Yep. Smoke Up Johnny is here. Spot the Magic Ninja. WGJL Builds. Wilfred is here. Bonsoir. And Zerkino Kim. And I think I just saw Marilyn Parmley slide into the chat, too. So great to see everybody, and hello to all the new people and all the lurkers and all the people who just came to see Cy and Greg. Thank you
and to
so
hear us
much
talk about eyebrows.
And hear us talk about eyebrows. And people are still watching, so
now,
I'm just saying.
To bring that around, to Lego, I bet we could either do
Lego eyebrows?
Lego tape, or like self-adhesive dots bracelets and accessorize.
Once again, I want a burnt eyebrow from Sesame Street.
Just one.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
Yeah,
If I could,
like a 2x16 plate that you can just glue, stick right on there.
if I could get dermal implants that gave me Lego studs, I mean, I think that might be one I would go for.
Hang on, Moto. What's it here? Oh no, I just put you on the big screen. There we go.
Yeah.
Very good.
Really good look.
It's kind of a Vulcan thing you got going on there.
It is. You're halfway to Bajoran.
So
It's definitely a look.
On that note, let's pivot over to talking about some Lego. Well, actually, first of all, let's hear a little bit from our guests. I wanted to know. Oh, yes, we do have pins too. Now, Cy and Greg, I forgot to tell you all about this, and my apologies, but we do. We have Disney pins that we show at the top of our show. If you've seen the show before. So we're going to show them off. If you happen to have a pin or a badge nearby, it doesn't have to be Disney, but you're welcome to show it. And we also do some sticker showing, which we're going to do a little bit later. If you have a sticker you like, we can show that too. But for right now, we're going to kick off with Disney pins, and I know Cara always has hers ready at the 4. So We're gonna let her go first. All right, Car, what have you got?
I have Mickey as a ghost.
Ooh. It's kind of like a pumpkin ghost, even. It's kind of got like a little thing on the top.
Very old school. And Alex23, I did say Bajoran.
Yes, you did.
Holly, what have you got? Do you have another Leica awesome pin for us today?
I do, but I'm going to go back to Disney pins for today just because I was feeling inspired. I've been doing a lot of traveling lately, and this is one of my favorite pins from Up. Adventure is out there, guys.
Oh,
like that.
I love that.
Right
to the heart.
I know, right there at the heart. 10 minutes in, just like a real Pixar movie, going straight for the heart.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and hello to Lego Madness and Just Build It. How's it going? Welcome.
Ollie, I'm loving Tower Bridge behind you as well. I get to look at that every day as I cross London Bridge.
Oh,
very
cool.
good.
Fancy.
I'll send you a picture.
Let's see, Blair, do you have something?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's see it.
So, in conjunction with the one that I showed, which was the face hugger on the face,
Yes.
I also have the face hugger by itself, which was at my friend's shop as well.
Oh, very nice.
Eloquent sort of design on that one.
It's coming at you.
Yeah, ready to jump.
Very cool. Oh, and TrickyBricks is here, and Patty Sharon just showed up. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Let's see, Sai, did you have something at hand, or are we gonna? Should we?
Yeah, I don't have a pin and I don't have a sticker, but I've got an old poster of a guy who works in my Palace Cinema in the foyer, and he works there.
Oh,
cool!
That's awesome. That's great. Here, let me put you up on the big screen real quick. Don't be surprised. Okay, here we go. That's awesome. I love that fig. That's a great one.
Yeah, he is cool. So he is working in the popcorn place in the cinema.
Oh,
very
good.
Excellent.
Very nice.
Very cool.
All right, Greg, have you got something?
I do, as it happens.
Oh, very good.
I do. I've got some stickers, folks. It's a bit of a contentious sticker.
Oh, stickers. Okay, now stickers you're gonna have to wait on, Greg. Stickers come later. It's got a whole intro and everything.
Oh, in that case then, I've got a Shazam mug. Does that count?
Yeah, absolutely. Coffee cups are a thing here.
Shazam! There we go.
Very nice. Very nice.
Literally.
Moto, how are you? How's it going over there?
Good. I've got something. Well, first of all, because Richard said Bajoran, I've got my clicky pin, and if I put it on my ear, maybe that will make me Bajoran.
You made a pin out
Pins have eyes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's so cool.
wait, what?
That is a good idea.
That's a new thing. That's what
So-
That's a good merch idea.
Yeah,
So
well,
there we go.
Have, I think now, if we
Now we
ever,
have to
when
have
we're back at a
pins.
con, if there's some kind of like Tricky Lug or TrickyBricks booth at the con, then we have to have like clicky.
Yeah.
clicky
If you go to Michael's and you just use the proper Craggle, you can make your own clicky pin.
How about you, honey?
And then we can get our very own framed cease and desist letter.
There you go.
I do.
Indeed.
This is a gift from Wilfred, and there's a little bit of, let me see, sorry about that, a little,
hang on, Clicky's coming to the rescue. Give us a
Oh,
second.
that's excellent.
There you go.
check that out, astronaut on the moon with a pink sky and a rainbow
flag. I love it.
That's
Thanks,
excellent.
Wilfred. It's so cool.
And then I'm sporting it's phasing out, but my mystery magical pin. It's like a Little Mermaid deal with like a shell and a Mickey, and yeah, it didn't show up too good, but what are you gonna do? We've got guests. That's the best part. We don't need who needs stinking pins? We've got guests.
And Flynn, who's
Yes.
our background by today?
Oh man.
Oh yes, our background is by Ms. Slowbrickta, she of the awesome hair. So there you go.
Awesome.
Smoke Up Johnny totally gets it. That same image from I Want My MTV.
Hey, Kevin is
Yeah.
here on Board Toys. How's it going, Kevin? Good to see you.
If I'm not mistaken,
Um,
that was one of the first images ever on MTV. Was that astronaut
Man
on the
on the
moon?
moon.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. So let's. I want to hear a little bit from our guest today. So Sai, can you tell us a little bit about how your channel started and how it's evolved over time, and how you met this guy next to you, how you two got embroiled together.
Yeah, it's a long story that I'll cut down into maybe half. So when about 7 years ago, we were in a shop. You've all probably heard of Tesco. Oh my God, the big screen BCU. I have 2 kids. We had 3 kids at one stage, and I have 2 now. One passed away. So basically, we were in a shop, and there was a stack of Lego minifigures, and I thought these look pretty cool. And I kind of talked the kids into going down and have a look and seeing what they were about, because none of us were into Lego at the time. And I said, we get some, and if there are any doubles, I'll take them. So this went on every week, and we eventually got a lot of doubles and a lot of minifigures, and I decided I was going to be a minifigure collector. And this went on for a few months, and then one time I saw there was a Flash minifigure that I really wanted, so I bought my first set. And then obviously that went into hundreds of sets. And last year I had been toying with the idea of starting a YouTube channel. So I asked a few people what they do, what equipment they use, and I discovered that an iPhone will do the job, editing wise and everything else. So I started it, and I just went for it, and kind of popped in and out of a few different live streams. And on the Cool Factor, which is run by Mike, Greg contacted me, and he was a moderator. He had a blue name, which I never came across before, and I thought I was in trouble, because he was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Oh, what did I do?" So he said, "Hey, what's up?" And we just became friendly then, and he asked me to come on to his live stream, and I've never left. The channel itself is I started just reviewing old sets that I had that I really liked, and it kind of just continued on with new sets. And when Harry Potter came out, there was a big supply. We got all the stock in Europe, and the Americans didn't, so it helped boost the channel up. And from there, I just met people, stuck around in live streams, met a load of awesome people, and I've been friends with Greg for ever since. So.
Yeah.
That's people are awesome. Laughing at the notion of you being in trouble with Greg.
It wasn't. He was just being a friendly dude.
We are. We're always being a bit naughty, in all honesty. We are a bit tongue-in-cheek.
So, you've come to the right place.
Exactly. So Greg, so tell us about, now I know you, no, so actually first Sai, so how long have you been doing your channel now?
I think, I could be wrong, I think it's a year this month.
Okay, a year this month, so about the same as us. So, so Greg, tell us a little bit about how. Now, did your 2 channels sort of evolve together? Like, is that how it went?
No, really. I started. Oh, I'm on the big screen now. This is exciting. I must do some cleaning later. That's how what you pick up on the big screen. How did I get going? I tell you how I got going. A couple of years ago. So the channel's been around 2 years now, folks. Probably in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks time, the channel will be 2 years old.
Awesome.
And I kind of kicked it off by doing the London Marathon. I ran the London Marathon a couple of years ago. And what happened is when you're training for the marathon, what I found I needed after running about 15 to 20 miles, I found that I was craving chicken, lots of chicken. So just like Sai, I go to Tesco's. And when I was in Tesco's buying my ready-cooked chicken, I noticed that there was some sort of kind of collectible minifigures. And I was like, oh, I wonder what that's all about. So I kind of got a few. And I don't know if I was just pure luck, but I was about 13 figures in before I actually found that I started getting duplicates and stuff like that. So, and then I kind of got into it that way. And then I kind of bought 1 or 2 Star Wars because I like models, you see. I've always liked models. But there's 2 things about models that I hated. One, I don't do glue, and secondly, I can't stand painting them. And I thought, well, maybe
most of it
Lego is the way to go. So I kind of bought some Lego, and I started investing in Lego as well. I was getting a little bit bored of stocks and shares and stuff like that. I thought, well, Lego could be fun, and there's a few channels around that used to kind of focus on that very subject. So anyway, so I was toying around with it, and I saw a mate at work, and I said to him, do you ever fancy doing like a YouTube channel? And he was like, no, I don't really fancy doing that. And that's exactly how we spoke, folks. So I thought to myself, I said, oh, come on. And anyway, so 6 months go by, and my friend who was kind of collecting Lego, I still said to her, I said, come on, let's do it. So I went, all right then. He gave in. I kind of wore him down, a bit like I always wear side down, really, in all honesty, bring him around to my way of thinking. And I said to him, well, what are we going to call the channel then? Well, we actually worked on a building. There's if you know London at all, folks, there are 4 buildings on London Bridge, and one of them was in the building that I worked in for 19 years. So I decided, name-wise, I said, let's call it London Bridge Bricks. And he said, yeah, great idea. And we kind of started from then. And the first ever video was a bit like a vlog, really. It was just me going to Leicester Square's Lego store, which is like one of the biggest ones in the world. And that's it. And then so I started the channel with a very good friend. And then after about a year, things changed for him. Life happens and stuff like that. And so he had to take, he backed off from the channel. And I was at that kind of crossroads. Do I keep the channel going, or do I just let it kind of drift away? And I thought, no, I'm going to keep it going. So, and since then, I have kept it going. And it's nearly almost a year now that I've been sort of going solo, so to speak. And in that time, I love live streams. Live streams are the kind of I wouldn't say my bread and butter, but they're the things I kind of get the most from, if you know what I mean, because I'm in contact with more people. I feel like I'm really immersed in the community. And of course, the rest of it's all reviews, speed builds. And I kind of do the odd short as well. But all in all, it's just kind of, for me, the channel is all about sort of Lego, life, and having a laugh. And that's it, really. That's kind of me.
Awesome. Well, I agree. That's like,
I like that laughing part.
We love the laughing part. And we also just, I agree with you about the live stream thing. Like, I know a lot of people put a lot of work into making really slick, like, amazing videos. And I applaud them for that. But for me personally, there's just something I like about the live format. We both come from theater. So there's a very kind of like live theater, like anything can happen, like, and you just kind of roll with it feeling.
Well, we did a few right at the start. We did a few edited things, like commentary about Lego Masters episodes and things like that. And I just felt so much more stiff. Where here, if we make a mistake on building a model, then everyone sees it and right along with us, they're like, oh, I made a mistake before too, right?
Yeah.
Or more often, I build it for an hour and they're saying that piece is wrong, and I finally catch up.
That's something Flynn and I were talking about the other day too. Isn't it funny what a difference it is, like being in front of a camera, live, like interacting with people versus recording yourself on camera, which is something I still really struggle with.
It is a strange feeling. It's taken me 2 years to get fairly comfortable with it. So when I do stuff, the best thing I do, Holly, to kind of which really helps me kind of be myself, because that's the hardest thing to do, is be yourself. I'm like this at work, and I stick out like a sore thumb, folks. I really do. But that's it's the way it goes. But all I was saying is, I talk to my camera exactly how I talk to the webcam. And I just imagine there's little peeps out there watching or something like that. And of course, the difference is if you make a mistake or something like that, you just kind of retake it again. But when you're live, anything can happen.
I think that's the problem, is the retakes. I think I'm with Flynn. I prefer there not being a retake. You just roll with it, or else I would just be sitting here like noticing that everything I say is dumb, and I don't want to do that.
What's the name of your camera, Greg?
The name of with this particular camera?
No, the recording camera.
My recording camera is a Canon. I call it Colin, if you want to know, and it makes it a bit more real. It keeps it real. And this one is I call him William, Willie the webcam. So that's okay. So no one's ever asked me that question before. It's most bizarre thing I've been asked today.
Well, you said you talked to it like an audience, so of course it has to have a name. And now I'm pleased to find out it's Willie the webcam.
My camera is just called Everyone, so I talk to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Greg actually encouraged me to live stream, and the first live stream I ever did was last summer in the 72-hour Lego community live stream. And I did not know what I was getting myself into. I actually signed up thinking, first of all, I'd be on somebody else's channel as a guest. So I signed up for 2 hours with no experience, never went into StreamYard in my life, and I decided I'd ask the London TrickyBricks London calling crew on, and I just went for it. Because I talk to myself on a regular basis when no one else is there, so it's kind of natural. Lorraine would be, "Who are you talking to?" And I'd be like, "Me." So, it was really good experience. At the very end of it, I actually say goodbye to everybody, and I just left the studio. I thought I finished it, and I went off downstairs, and something in the back of my head said, "Go back and have a look." So I went back, and everybody was there. The chat were there laughing. Greg was like, "Where'd you go, you bloody idiot?" and all this. I was, "Oh no." So he didn't tell you. But it was the best. It was the best thing I ever did because I left it a long time before the next live stream, and the confidence just grew from being on with Greg every Friday, and it's just second nature now. Really, I do get nervous every time I go to stream, and I do look for a way of getting out of it every single week, but I just go for it.
Yeah. It's the best way. And I tell you what, it's the best thing in the world to be a bit nervous before it as well. Because one, it shows you care, and secondly, when I go at the beginning, I was always, how can I start my streams? I don't know if just go, "Hello, I'm here," sort of thing. So that's why I do the drum roll. It just basically gets rid of a little bit of energy that I can kind of expel before it. But the thing with me and Sai is I kind of mentored Sai for a while, and then basically it's kind of grown from there into Sai kind of doing his own live stream on a Thursday, and then really it was like it was a very natural thing to sort of do our own stream on a Wednesday as well and kind of share that one, and that's so basically I'm not kidding everyone. Me and Sai have literally been streaming together since Wednesday. We haven't stopped every night.
I was very impressed. Well, because and two, y'all like on your show, you have like your regular crew just like we do. You've got Solo, Brick Builder, you've got Tech, who you just I don't know if he's here, but I just want to say you stop being mean to him. You stop being mean to Tech. That poor guy.
You don't know Tech like we do, Flynn. If you only knew the things we know about him.
He takes a lot.
I was streaming with Tech yesterday because the thing is, right, the thing I always want to do and push the envelope out there a little bit is like I have to do different things with different people. Otherwise, you just do the same thing. So, for example, you guys. You do different streams, different days of the week, but they're very specific, aren't they? They're very different, and that's what I do. So with Sai, I do the backlog with my good friend Brick Hive. We do the transatlantic live stream, and that was literally one of the first live streams out there in the Lego community. And Moto can back me up on this one, where it was literally kind of east of England meets East Coast America. So that was good, and that's been going since I started, really. And then of course there's London Calling on Friday, and I do my London Tech one as well, which is kind of a one where we build a set live, and then the other person in the partnership does the review on it. So it's different, you see, it's kind of different. So I like it. You know what they say. Variety is the spice of life, and I think it's like Lego, really. The more variety of Lego you have, the more interesting a particular mock you can make as well.
Indeed. And thank you for the great segue, Greg. Speaking of interesting Lego, I am going to now, I don't want to get too deep into a discussion about like what people should or shouldn't be doing on the internet, because I don't want to go there. But I did want to say, I wanted to share this little bit of Lego news. Let's see. Hang on one second. And there we go.
Yeah, so excited.
Yes.
A little bit of Lego news. We have got the official announcement of the Looney Tunes minifigs, collectible minifigs.
Marvin the Martian.
Yes, Marvin the Martian. And I don't know if y'all saw it, but I posted it on Twitter yesterday. There's a great video of the guy that does all the voices for the characters now. And he's like the new Mel Blanc, right? Like he does all the same characters that like Mel used to do and stuff. and he's opening the box and he's doing all the voices as he's pulling them out of the bag. And it's great.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's funny. I was looking at this, and you know, because everybody's got their opinions about the different characters or whatever, and like who they would have liked to see or not seen. But I was sitting there going, okay, I think Petunia Pig is a very odd choice, only because she's like not many people know who she is.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side of it, I was also like, well, if she wasn't there, there would be only one female character.
Well, and I gotta say,
well, yeah.
Isn't Tweety female?
as someone who, you know, we grew up with Warner Brothers cartoons, I don't ever remember the character who's standing next to Bugs. I just remember Bugs in Drag-A-Lot.
Oh, Babs? You don't
I
remember?
don't remember. From
much
anime.
later.
Is that
She's from Space Jam.
Yeah, she's more modern.
Oh,
So
yeah, I
there's
guess
a
that was
certain-
after my time.
Yeah, there's a certain generation of people that will like her. But again, like those two, it's interesting that the two female characters are the ones that are not like as prominent in the cartoons.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen. Now, I mean, you know, I don't know. I just found it interesting. I was like, why did they choose those? And I was like, oh, you know, it's good that they've got some female representation in there. So I'm glad that happened.
Yeah, you're right. It's funny that it takes something like this to occur to you that there weren't really any female characters.
Well, again,
I for whatever reason, I always thought of the Roadrunner as female. Is that weird?
No, I think with
I thought Tweety was female.
Tweety, maybe Tweety Bird is a girl.
Yeah, I reckon
but I don't think so. And then, but I think that it's. I mean, again, like when you get a character like Roadrunner, you can just sort of like put whatever.
I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter anyway.
Want, right?
The one that's missing for me is Pepe Le Pew. I'm heartbroken.
Same.
Well, I absolutely agree because I love that character, but I could see them looking at Pepe's dating behavior and thinking he was maybe a little forward.
Yeah.
He was a little overbearing, but it was still endearing to me.
Well,
I'm missing Siggly Sam. I always thought he was, I love a feisty redhead, and he definitely was like.
Well, of course, I would love it if they just did a whole separate series of all Bugs's drag outfits.
Oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
Well, I mean, that's what. I guess it's unfortunate that you can't add an accessory.
I know. So I want him in the Valkyrie outfit, and I want him in the Carmen Miranda outfit, and the female Tasmanian Devil was one of my favorites. He like puts a bear trap in his mouth. It's kind of amazing, and then just like wraps a towel around him, and then he was also the one where he's the hillbilly girl doing the he's like dancing with the hillbillies, square dancing and beating them with giant hammers. But anyway, that's a whole nother. So that's just my personal wish list, folks.
Well, also, I just want to point out that finally the cheese wedge is a cheese.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, the cheese wedge.
They really are.
It only took that long.
That's awesome.
Not just the foot-long mustache, but I was kind of hoping, for all his faults, a Yosemite Sam that could hold 2 pistols with his mustache, which would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I would have also liked to have seen a Gossamer Big Fig. It would have been awesome.
That would be cool. Maybe there will be a set. Who knows?
Yes, and what was the other? So Gossamer. Oh, and Foghorn Leghorn was a favorite of my family. It's so ridiculous.
I'll say.
Hey, were there any Looney Tunes dogs?
Yes, there is. There's like a bulldog. Because there was the one that was like the friends with the little that took care of the little kid.
Was he one?
And then, but I don't think he was in a lot. Oh, and there was the sheepdog with the floppy bangs, right?
There you go.
Wile E. Coyote's nemesis.
Nemesis
who they worked
originally.
together and punched in and out the time clock together.
Yeah, that was like pre-Roadrunner, like Wile E. Coyote's like first boyfriend. But yeah, the sheepdog was one, but yeah, not a lot. So okay, so let's go around, and I'd like to say, like, if you were pulling from a pile of these blind and just picked one, what's the one that you hope that you would pick? What's the one you hope you would pick, Cara?
That's hard.
That would be really hard. I just pre-ordered an entire box.
That was this is really just my way of saying which one's your favorite, but trying to be clever about it and not really succeeding.
Well, that could be that's a two-part question.
Marvin.
Yeah, that's
Probably
a two-part
Marvin
question. Because there could be parts that you want really, really bad versus like just a character that you want really bad.
I'm talking about the character. So,
Yeah.
okay, so Cara, Marvin. What about you, Holly?
For me, it's probably going to be. I think Roadrunner.
Roadrunner. All right. Yeah, because you only get one pick. All right, Moto. What do you think? If you've got one pick, which one is it?
Holly took Roadrunner, so I'll go with Wiley.
Okay. Well, you don't have to. It's okay to pick for people to pick the same one. I'm just curious.
Well, no, I mean, if I get Wiley Kelly and I see Holly at convention, I could chase her around, and then I'd fall into I'd splat into a black thing that she's painted on the side of a cliff. So.
Yeah, and occasionally you see me like running really fast, going beep beep. Beep, beep. Which I do at conventions sometimes anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say that's So, Greg, what do you think? You only get one. What do you think?
It's easy. It's easy. It's got to be the Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah, that would be my second pick, actually.
That is sort of like your alter ego, kind of.
Yeah.
All right, Sai, what do you think?
There are three that I really like, but I think I'll go for Sylvester.
Oh, good choice.
Ooh, good choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
I think that tells us everything we need to know about you.
Okay, Blair, what do you think?
I'm going to go with Speedy Gonzalez because I'm both excited about the cheese and the new tail piece. Are both
See,
very
I knew somebody here would pick for pieces.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I want all of them kind of for pieces more than I want the characters, but I think his are the most interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. And the GBC people are going to want, Babs because, Paul.
Oh, I think that's a Technic compatible.
Oh, like a voodoo ball joint?
Yeah, it's not completely round. It looks like the Technic ball or Bionicle ball joint, either way you want to define it.
It's kind of blurred out. I was hoping it was like an actual, like one of those little basketball.
Gosh, I hope it is.
That's what I thought, like a GBC ball.
It's too small.
But it's too small.
It's definitely the Technic ball.
Well,
he's a bit round at the bottom.
He's so extreme.
And also, you can stick it on the hand. I think that's the other reason, is that opening for the Bionicle joint fixed on the fake hand.
But they didn't do it, but they did the soccer balls with the German football team that were actual balls, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
With
so,
the team players, but not with the stadium.
All right, Richard,
Oh.
what's your pick?
Well, okay, just because he's so extreme and he makes me laugh out loud so much. Daffy Duck.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to have to go with Bugs so that I can put him in the drag outfits. Like, I've got plenty of things to swap out, and I can put him in whatever outfit I want. And he can just balance a wig on top of his ear. I mean, it's not like he was fooling anybody anyway. I'm just saying. But yeah, I think I would have to go with, classic Bugs. Great. Well, a breadth of favorites here from everyone.
Yeah, if we don't do cookie time, though, we're going to have a severe problem.
I know.
Chat.
My mom shows up and says, "Hi, where's Logan?" There you go. That's right, everybody. It is time for the pause that refreshes. Please, everybody, welcome our very special guest. It's Logan Cookie Time.
Hi, buddy. She came skidding across the floor.
I know. He did. And here, let's give him a little. He does get his. Say hi to everyone. Good morning. Yay, Logan.
Okay, and can you catch one?
Good boy. Yeah.
Good dog.
Yay, who's a stinky dog? All right. Yay, Logan. And let's see, I'm going to guess that we also have, yes, everybody's favorite bucket dog. It's Skittles. Skittles is here. Very good. Hi, Skittles.
He's Skittles.
A Muppet dog.
I love that she just turns into a ragdoll. That's amazing.
Oh, and Slishy and Splashy are here, everyone.
Yay.
Oh, see, we were waiting for the return of Slishy and Splashy. Cookie and Clacky. Yeah, we need a Clacky now. Very good, Logan.
Good dog.
All right. Yay, Splashy.
They're still here. They're doing great.
Very good.
They're
No
not-
evaporation.
They didn't get moldy inside.
No, it's perfect.
Right.
They've just been chilling out in the fridge for a long time.
Good. Oh, we've got dinosaur action here from Blair. Watch out, everyone. Dinosaur snack time.
It's our sponsor and their favorite snack.
Very good.
Oh.
So,
And my cat.
while we're like, we haven't quite segued back yet, I just wanted to share.
It is T-Rex cookie time as well, I gotta say.
Oh, yes.
Well, you wanted the stubby arms, right? You wanted the stubby arms, so.
Exactly. So I did want to share, I finally have put together a multiple piece 3D print, y'all, and I was having trouble. I showed a little bit of this off the other day, but I was having trouble with it. I'm hoping it's not, it's going to phase out. That's terrible.
Down cam.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think down cam will still have the same issue, but let me try. Let me see what happens. Okay, everybody, talk amongst yourselves while I try to figure this out.
Okay, well, speaking of Logan cookie time.
Oh, you got a Logan.
Oh wow!
I think I'm gonna go
She's
ahead
got a Logan.
I got a Logan. I think I'm gonna go ahead and build
you're
this.
so lucky. I'm so jealous.
Yep.
What are the other models for that?
The other models are kind of
Oh, do you like
weird. It's like a spider and a snake.
The snake. That's a cop out.
It's the Logan poly bag.
Yeah, spider and a snake, but a Logan. I think we all know why we really want this poly
Yeah,
bag. It's
there's
not
really
the spider and the
only.
snake.
I don't.
I'm just
This
saying.
didn't even need to be a 3-in-1. Yeah.
Could have been a hole in one.
I've got my camera started. So here we go. So I started printing, as you know, I was talking about the other day. I'm finally gonna get it together to do some cosplay, and I know Amy is so excited. She was texting me about it. So I've decided that for my age and hair markings, that Doctor Strange is gonna be my best, like my best go-to. So I have printed. And I'm going to paint it. So this is still just the raw model, everybody. This isn't actually like the full thing.
It'll be painted all
But
in
I
metallics,
printed this
right?
eye of
Cool.
Agamotto,
Oh, wow.
Agamotto, I believe, actually. And check this out.
No, Agamotto's me.
Yes, I was going to say that's a different one. And then check this out.
Well, hello.
Wow.
So
Hi,
cool.
all right.
Very cool.
So it has
Yeah.
the little eye opens up, and,
And
you
we can put a
can
light in there.
yeah, and we're going to put a light in there. So
That's so cool.
Nice.
All we just have to get an infinity stone.
yeah, we just
and we'll
needed an
be set.
infinity stone, and I'll be good to go. But check it out; it's like came in. It's multiple parts, and it all fit together, all 3D printed. And there's the little thing that opens the eyelid. But I thought it was a really cool design, and really well executed. Lots of good details and all that kind of stuff. So there you go. There's your 3D.
That's fantastic.
Excitement
Yeah.
for today.
That might be the best use of your 3D printer yet.
I don't know. The dryer knob was pretty awesome. This is good.
And continues to work.
And continues to work,
yeah.
exactly.
The
So
dryer knob sounds very practical, Flynn.
what was that?
The dryer knob sounds very practical.
Well, it is. Well, I mean, without being
Well,
too
we've been
embarrassing.
without one. We've been using pliers for 8 years.
I'm just saying, it was like, oh, I can make my own knob. That's awesome.
We
Sure.
bought a replacement and it broke right away, right?
I'm saying nothing.
Perfect.
Yeah, I just let that one go, Greg.
Okay.
All right. So
The ship is sound.
yes. So that's my latest project. I'm super excited about it, and I'm really excited to get working on a costume and finally put it all together, and then I don't know, show up somewhere wearing it, the mall, I don't know, the grocery
Why not?
store.
Why not? You'd probably be asked for autographs.
I want to see. I'd love to see more cosplay at Lego conventions. Like, this is a thing that needs to happen.
It's getting there. It's getting
It
there.
is slowly,
Yeah, because I was
slowly.
thinking, like, it would be fun to, because I know, like, everybody's like, well, how are you going to dress up like a minifigure? But what I want to see is people dressing up like minifigures as real life people. So like
Yes.
copying the outfits or the whatever, but as like a like an Emmett, like a real person Emmett would be awesome. A real person Benny would be also amazing. Just saying, it'd be really cool.
Of course, I mean that would basically just be somebody in a construction outfit. So
yes, but if he had a name tag that said Emmett on it, and he had the hair with the stick-up thing in the back, I mean, you'd have to obviously like go for it. You can't just put on an orange jumpsuit and walk around and.
I've seen a couple of people do like the wild style thing. They do their hair and they wear the jacket, and I've seen it's getting there.
Moto, do I remember that you made a full minifigure costume, or was it you made a minifigure?
Oh, that was me.
Right?
Maxi fig, yeah.
Yeah,
I did that too. Yeah.
A full costume.
You can't walk around in it though. It's 7 feet tall. Thing's massive.
See, I cheated. I did the what's her name? Wanda the Witch or Willa,
I thought.
Willa the Witch. Thank you. Yeah, Willa the Witch. So it had the slope base, so I didn't have to do the legs.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Got it.
Yeah.
And Boone wore the like retro space guy to our convention a few years ago when he made.
I think Sadovich did that too, didn't he, or not?
Hmm?
Did Sadovich do it too, or not? Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think
he made a Halloween costume that was like a space guy. Yeah. Yep.
I really got to get on Thunderman one of these days because I like his costume.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be something unique. Me cosplaying as Thunderman.
Oh my gosh! I will
That'd be
awesome. I will pay your airfare to come to Bricks Cascade just to wear that costume.
I'm curious.
You guys all heard that, right?
Hold me to it.
It's on.
Maybe gas. I think I'd have to drive if I were to go.
Oh, that's true. All right. Well, I'll pay for your gas. I'm sure we could probably even crowdfund it. I think there's a lot of people that would be here for a Thunderman cosplay.
I'd be there for that.
So what were you saying?
Oh, I'm just wondering for Cyan Greg, is dress up or cosplay a thing at the conventions where you are? Like we'll have a costume contest and there'll be a few entries locally, and there's some really dedicated cosplayers who pardon me, Lego costume makers who every year will come up with something cool, but it's not huge at the convention. How about where you are?
Yeah, no, we at Comic Con, everybody sort of, well, I say everybody, a lot of people dress up in cosplay for that. But I've never been to a Lego convention and seen anyone dressing up as a Lego character or anything like that. I'm not. It's interesting. So actually, what people on the panel would actually dress up as if they could go as anybody they fancied.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
So if you could go now, do you mean specifically a Lego character or just any character?
It's got to be a Lego character.
Okay. So if you were gonna do a Lego minifigure cosplay character, who would you be? Oh, I love this question. Very good. All right, Holly. Looks like she's already got something.
Well, since I've already done Willa, because that would probably be my first pick if I hadn't already done it. I'm gonna steal yours, Flynn, and I'd probably do Medusa, the Lego form Medusa.
There you go.
Yep. Turns everyone to pure Lego just looking at her.
Good job.
That would be a neat trick, wouldn't it? Everybody just freezes.
I tell you what, it's a cheap way to buy Lego, that's for sure.
There you go. I want this in Lego. Just look at it, and you're good. So okay, well then let's see. Tara, what about you? I have a feeling I know. But yes, well, you already have that outfit. You're already there. You're already fully there.
I almost am. I need the pants.
The pants.
The pants, because the pants have got this red and black printing.
Nice. Right, like she's got like stripy pants and big boots.
Yep, exactly. So I need the pants.
Oh, Hooded Ones wanted to be Mr. Giraffe, and Brickworm says Ursula with the tentacle bottom.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes. I could totally do Ursula.
Very good. Very good. I love the original Lego Ghost is also a good one. That's an easy one.
Classic.
Won't have to work too hard for that. Just a trip to the linen closet.
Well, unless it glows in the dark, in which case you're up for a challenge.
Oh,
they've got UV spray paint for that.
There you go. I could also maybe 3D print a glow-in-the-dark plastic sheet Let's see. What do you think, Moto? If you had a choice, what would yours be? Oh yes, Thunderman. You already said it. That's how this whole conversation started. Now,
This is for anybody new who does not know what Thunderman looks like, but that is Thunderman.
Oh yes, that's Thunderman.
As identified by the Thunder Pants.
And you've already got a good start on the costume. We've seen it.
No, I mean I'd have to do I would want to cosplay as the Fig of Thunderman,
Right.
DOG figure based on the drawing Thunderman.
Okay,
Yes.
Greg, you started this. What's your?
That's
pick?
really meta, by the way, because Thunderman didn't start out as a minifig. So he started off as like
As a drawing.
as like a drawing of human. So you'd be cosplaying as a human dressed in a minifig costume based on a minifig that's based on a human drawing.
Very Victor Victoria.
Exactly.
Anyway, back to Greg. What's your choice? Now that you've had extra time to think about it.
I would go, and this one would work quite well at a Comic-Con or something like that. I would go as this guy, the Michael Keaton Batman.
Michael Keaton Batman. You already have you already have tacit approval from Holly. Like before you even got the word out, you were like bat. She's like, yes. I'm shaking my head. Yes. I'm not.
He said Michael Keaton, and that's what. Yeah, that's hot. Yeah, I'm
There you
here
go.
for it.
All right, Ty, what do you think?
Absolutely.
Well, I think most people go to fancy dress or conventions as a good guy, so I'd probably pick Lex Luthor.
Aren't you there already?
A wig on this head would be very itchy, and I before I did go as the baddie from what's the movie with the spy who loved me? But it's the other one, the comedy London one. Hey, baby.
Austin Powers?
I dressed up as the baddie from Austin Powers.
Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil. I was a good
Yeah.
Dr. Evil.
Why can't you think of that?
But yeah, so
Very
I think
good.
I think Lex Luthor.
All right, Lex Luthor. Blair, what do you think?
I've already done like a space themed one with my Blacktron Invader outfit. I was thinking it'd be cool to maybe do one of the like crazy video characters. I kind of want to do the big shark guy, the cyberpunk shark.
Oh, punk shark.
That'd be a really cool build.
Great.
Yeah.
Ooh, that
Or-
would be good.
Either that or do like a brick build or cardboard EV foam or whatever of the werewolf head, because that would be really cool too.
Oh
That
no!
would be
Now I
cool.
have to change. Okay, that was going to be my pick, but all right.
I thought you were going to pick werewolf.
I got to pick
Yeah.
something else. Of course, I would pick werewolf. What else would I pick?
Yeah.
But okay, what do you think, honey?
Well,
A Chima?
I had two. Well, Chima would be fun. I gotta say,
You're gonna be a
as
Chima?
someone, I never do drag, but I think Nocturna would be a pretty awesome cosplay costume.
She's pretty awesome.
Yep. But then also,
Can you pull that off?
no, I can't, and I don't know. Of course, it would be entirely uncomfortable. So probably the vampire from the Sparkle and Shimmer Salon.
Oh, that would be cool.
Balthazar.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I can see it.
Like the crystal. the crystal hair.
Got it right
You
here.
could probably 3D print that hairpiece.
Yes.
That actually,
Yeah, that's a cool pig.
whoa! Now you're giving me ideas, Blair, because I've been wanting to print.
Richard,
a
you would
helmet.
kill this thing.
I have been
Wouldn't that
wanting.
be fun?
Yeah, I've been wanting to print a helmet, and that would actually be a great starter or a great thing to start with. That's awesome.
That would be so fun.
very good, very good. Wow! Now I gotta.
Ooh, I could even get contacts.
Yeah.
Logan's done.
Yo, Logan!
Yay.
Look at that. Oh, good. It's giving me more time to pick something else. Yay! Let's look at the.
Hey.
So cute. I love the little ears. They're
It's so
adorable.
good. Yeah, he just needs a couple of swaps, and he's like perfect Logan.
Yep.
Like the curve piece that's on his chest. If you
Would be
swap
white.
that out for white, that's that's total
Cool
Logan.
build.
And then if you swapped out the brown tops of his feet for white, that would also be very
You can do
Logan.
those.
Are those stadiums?
Which ones? The what?
Are they stadiums on the top of his feet?
The
Um,
little tombstones,
Yeah.
AKA tombstones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
You
I
call
have.
them
I think I have
stadiums?
those. I'll have to go look for.
Yeah, I called them tombstones, but then Bricklink calls them stadiums, so I just switched my nomenclature.
That's
Got
a
it.
weird.
stadiums.
Holly, is that a frisbee or is that his dog bowl?
I think it's supposed to be a frisbee, but it's a cookie now.
It has a couple of chocolate chips.
Yeah.
It's a clicky cookie. It's a clucky.
Yeah, I'm sure I have that in another color too.
Oh my! Well,
all right, I'm gonna go.
Well, now I don't know. I'm like looking at all the. I'm looking at the. Oh, actually, I know a good one. The gingerbread man, like the Lego gingerbread man minifig. I would love that. That would be.
That would be killer.
He's got a very flat head.
Filling color.
That's my pick. Whoa!
It would be gigantic, though.
Have a secret talent here.
Whoa! Unicycle Whisper Runner can do a unicycle. Very good. Very good. I wish I could do that.
That's awesome.
I have zero balance though. I'd be on the ground like in 5 seconds.
Well, that is one thing to think about, right? Have you ever seen someone, and I have, someone who made an amazing minifigure costume out of cardboard for their kid, but then to see the kid try and walk around as a minifigure is...
That's like what Moto was saying. Yeah, it's kind of like, But so I'm curious. I wanted to hear. So Cy and Greg, have you both been to conventions, like an actual in-person Lego convention before?
No, because I live in Ireland and the UK is a completely different country, so it's a much bigger country. They a bigger population, so they get better conventions and better Lego conventions in general. So over here there is a lug called Brick.ie, and they put on a convention yearly. They had one, and then coronavirus kind of killed last year's, and then next year they hope to have it on. So it's called Brick Fela, and Brick Fela is a really good. It was the first one. It was really good. They had Jessica Farrell, who was a contestant on Lego Masters UK, and she's an Irish lady, and she's so talented, like all of you guys. And like she has some of her work in Billund. She has some of her work in some of the department stores in London. And they managed to get so many people, and it's a real disappointment because there's so many people who love Lego in Ireland, and we don't get to experience it like Americans do or the rest of Europe do. But I mean, next year, hopefully, when it comes back, it'll be a different story, and it'll be really good. But there's one thing I forgot to say to you, Flynn. I was talking to Matthew Ashton the other day, and I told him you were going to be on the stream, and he said, he's lovely. Say hi from me. So hi from Matthew.
Oh, awesome. Hi, Matthew. That's great. Actually, you know, I had a little bit of a Twitter exchange with him earlier today.
I saw that.
So he was talking about approving the cheese wedge, or he was like saying, yes, we finally did cheese wedges as a cheese. Yeah, and I asked him, you know, which design did you approve faster, this or the poop? And he immediately responded with the poop because, of course. Yeah, that was because he had made a post a while back about remembering the day that he approved he had to like approve the design for the Lego poop. So I had to know. So I saw Holly. I think you did your Logan transformation.
There you go. You got it right.
My God, yes, that is
spot on.
That is 100% him. That's so good. Okay, now we have to go shopping so I can get one. Okay, we need that.
Now, Flynn and Richard, you guys said that he's getting a bit chunky, so you'd have to do some side stud belts to get it a little bit wider.
He's a little thick in the middle.
I'm not.
Oh, you're right.
No, I'm not gonna fat shame the Lego Logan.
No body shaming Logan.
Well, Logan has encouraged us to increase the length of our walks, so everyone wins.
Good.
Exactly. It's a win-win on all around.
Skittles has gotten a little thick in the middle this past year too.
You know,
who hasn't?
You bring up a really interesting point that that sort of conventions were at one place where you were before lockdown, and then all of these streams happened, and it makes me think, what is it going to be like after? And I think a lot of adult fans of Lego and kid fans of Lego and all that have been able to connect through streams during lockdown, and that there will be this sort of, I mean, maybe I'm just being optimistic, but I really feel like there's going to be this major interest in conventions and meeting in person all these people who we've met virtually over the last year.
Absolutely.
I hope so.
100%. Absolutely.
I think it also made a lot of adult fans of Lego maybe a little bit more tolerant of T-falls and K-falls as well, because before I think some people may have thought of them as maybe just annoying kids, but now with live stream and stuff, they can see that they're as intelligent as everybody else, and there is
as real human beings.
Exactly. I mean, yeah.
Well, we did hear that. I heard a criticism at first of the UK version of Lego Masters that, well, that's not fair, that the adults have so much more experience than the kids, but that what the judges found out, and I think I've mentioned this on our show before, what the judges found out was the kids had an advantage on creativity. They really just had these unfettered imaginations that allowed them to come up with some stuff that was really out there. So I feel like I've learned from the younger builders on, you know, as members of Tricky Lug, from these amazing compositions that they've done at 7 and 8 years old.
Yeah, there's been some really amazing stuff.
Yeah, my teenager hardly builds at all, but whenever she does sit down and put something together, it's always something I never would have thought of, or she does something a way I never would have thought of doing, because she's not used to having to do it any particular way. It's pretty incredible, actually.
So I'm curious. So, Greg, to you, same question. Have you been to like an in-person convention before, or?
Well, yeah, I've been to a couple. I've got a few around here because I'm in London. We're kind of spoilt for them as well, you know. Now, what I will say though, there's a couple that I do want to go to. There's a particular large one in Swindon. I forget the actual name of it. It's one of the biggest ones in the UK though, and it's at a steam train museum. I forget the name of it now. Maybe someone out there in the chat can help me with that. But that's definitely one that I do want to go to. And I was going to go to it last year, but of course things didn't happen. There's a large one as well in Leicester. So I definitely want to be going to that. But Greg, otherwise, my local...
The Great Western Brick Show.
That's it. That's the one in Swindon. Yeah, I definitely want to go to that. And I'd like to go there as well, and maybe even do something for the channel, maybe like interview people and stuff like that, because that's always something I've always fancied doing on the channel, as something a little bit different. You know, you all get under the skin of certain people and kind of find out what kind of motivates them and stuff like that. But it's yeah. So other ones do I like? I belong to the London AFOLs as well, which again seems to have like a few YouTubers on there, like Matt Elder. And of course there's Blockhead UK as well, and she's part of that AFOL. So
I made a London AFOLs clicky, by the way.
Even I've not got one of those. That's not fair.
One of those too.
Oh my god!
Awesome.
Very nice.
Yay!
Oh my god, Holly, you're like a woman after my own heart. You are.
Well, it's funny you would say that, Greg, because I kind of I felt the same. I felt the same way. I was like, well, once we start being able to be in person again, like how fun would it be to do some live streams from the convention, or go around and interview people. I mean, because sort of it's funny on our end of things, like Beyond the Brick TV is kind of like cornered the market on that. Like that's kind of like what they do. That's like their main thing, and they really had to kind of adjust over the last period. They started the quarantine cast,
a lot more how-to videos,
and a lot more. So I know that's been really difficult for them because that's what they did. But I think that we might actually find a bit of an easier transition in that way, right? Like going from being live and being on camera to moving to videos like that. And I would be the same way again. Like I wouldn't want to edit it. I just want it to be like, okay, we're walking around the floor. It's like a live TV newscast,
Yeah, I think it's me and Si have talked about this a lot actually. Off stream a lot of the time, folks, and it's what happens when things go back to normal. I think there's going to be several things that happen. I think there's going to be a lot less live streams, at least this summer anyway, because a lot of people are going to want to get out there. They want to see their family again. They want to return. Natural things. I mean, I just want to go to the theatre. I'll be happy to see anything.
Oh, Holly,
Pretty and Sweet will do me, folks. Punch and Judy. As long as I'm being entertained, I don't care. But I like to do that. I think also as well, I think the second-hand market, I think that's going to come down in price as well, because I think a lot of people go, oh yeah, I kind of like Lego, but I'm kind of over it now. I think, and that's going to be good for us, for mock builders and stuff like that. I'm a mock builder, right? And the one thing I'm going to be doing 100% is catching up with friends. I'm going to be flying over to Ireland to catch up with Si. We're going to be streaming from that room he's in right now. Me and Tech are going to be meeting. I'm going to be meeting Tech because in the UK, folks, as of tomorrow, all the shops open back up again. So where am I going to be after work tomorrow? I'm going to be straight at Leicester Square in the Lego store.
That's awesome.
I can't wait. Honestly, I'm super excited by it. It's one big thing about going into work on a Mondays that you know you're going to go to the Lego store. How cool is that? But Tech and I, we're going to be meeting up in a few weeks as well, and we're going to be doing all sorts of things. We're planning on doing different things, and if we can, we're going to try and do an Instagram stream or something like that, live from the Lego store or somewhere close in Leicester Square. So
that would be awesome. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that if I've worked this out quite yet in my head, but have you, Si, have you and Greg actually met in person before? That's awesome. You guys are going to meet.
Wow. That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know. I've got a big hug waiting for him.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's like me and Moto.
I just hope he's not taller than me.
You probably work that out now. Do you want to disclose your height so there's no disappointment?
I'm 6'12" or something. I don't.
Oh, right. Okay. Sure.
That
Me too.
Me 7'9".
That's great. And now, Greg, have you met Tech in person before?
No, never met Tech. Do you know the crazy? I've not met Solo. I've not met Tech. I've not even met Matt Elder. We're part of the same lug. We just keep missing each other. I know Kaz Mockett. I met her loads of times. But it's strange the amount of people that I know that I haven't actually met in person. But all these people, Matt Elder, I'm not joking. He lives about half an hour from me. Tech, he's an hour around the M25 from me. Si, I could probably get to Si in about an hour and a half via a short plane flight, and that's that. But yeah, honestly, it's going to be great. There's going to be the streams are going to adapt to it. We're all still going to be doing streams and stuff like that, especially when the winter kicks back in again. But between now and then, it's going to be a lot more of us actually doing it in person. I tell you what I want to do. I want to get a whole bunch of YouTubers together, right? Jump on the London Eye and do a live stream as we're going around the London Eye. I think that would be Ben in the background. Bring it on.
Well, if you can, if you want to do that, like in another year and a half, when we come out there, we'll definitely do that with you.
Oh, 100%. We're going to have a blast.
You can make it a regular, just make it a regular feature.
I love it, yeah.
Well, then there you go. The Eye of Si moves to the London Eye.
London Eye, yeah. I do stream on my own. I've got this other stream that I do because you know what London Call is like. I get everyone who I just go out on the road and say, "Do you want to be on a stream? Come here." And so I do this one stream on my own, and it's called London Eye, and it's just literally me, myself, and I. And then every now and again, I might get the odd guest on or something like that. But again, it's kind of something different. If you want to be out of your comfort zone, do a stream on your own. It feels completely different. But you got to think on your feet as well. If something normally goes wrong, I said, Si, help me out, get me out of trouble or something like that, and he rescues me.
I found that to be. I don't know, when I see people like Jang and people like who do these streams by themselves, I always really admire them for like their fortitude. And there again is like, I think that's why a lot of solo streamers do edited videos, right? Because they can kind of, sort it out if they need to.
Well, it doesn't happen very often, but if you go up for some reason, I can kind of pick up the slack. And if you go up and you're by yourself, it's like 30 seconds of silence. Sounds like a long time. Yeah. Usually it's me like going off on a string like an untethered kite, and you just kind of dragging me back in.
That is absolutely the thing. So, well, cool. Well, we definitely are planning on coming to London when we do our big Euro tour, when we come to after Finland. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna do a little tour. So it would be awesome to be able to meet up with you guys. It would be cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and Chris Chalice, who's here, and Matthew Builds Bricks. Like we'll do like a whole thing. It'll be a whole meetup.
Yeah, I've met some people at Lego stores before. They'll come up to me and they'll ask me to sign some Duplo for them or something like that. And that's always quite nice. It's so much easier, I tell you, because it's such a bigger brick. So you can kind of put a little message on it and stuff like that. It's nice. It's a nice thing to do.
Oh, actually, Chris Chalice, we would be honored if you'd be our tour guide. That would be awesome.
Now, did you? I'm curious. So I understand the. And I'm going to say it wrong. Is it? How do you say it? Leicester Square.
Leicester Square. Leicester. That's a proper American way of saying it.
Of course. I do this on purpose, you guys. I really actually know how to pronounce it all. I just say them wrong on purpose so I can be corrected on.
The best I've heard was Leicester. Leicester.
It's Leicester.
Leicester.
I know. Well, I gotta say, when I was a kid and I heard somebody say aluminium, I nearly lost my mind. Like I laughed so hard for a really long time.
Too many letters in there. It's not quite right.
That is true, actually. That is true.
I am good. I'm good. I am good with it. Well, but now I have been.
Blair's room is haunted.
What?
Like I saw a ghost come in.
Oh, it was this ghost.
Oh,
the best kind of ghost.
So I've actually been like a big fan of like British TV ever since I was a kid. Like I used to for whatever they had a lot of them on PBS and all that kind of stuff when I was a kid. And I always remember having seen the movie Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and I was terrified of the child catcher, like the most horrifying. Like to me, that was scarier than like King Kong or Godzilla or any Frankenstein, any of it. Like that guy was terrifying. But then I was all like, oh, and there was that guy that made the toys, because I was one of those kids who like I remember every person and everything. And I have to say, with British TV and movies, they use you see a lot of the same people in lots of things in a way that you don't here in the US.
Well, right? not anymore, I guess.
I still see a lot of the same people in a lot of things, which is great. Like I'm glad, cool. It's just different than the way that we.
And unless you're watching like a John Hughes movie.
Right. But still, you see the sort of like same cast of characters cropping up in different places. So, but when I was a kid, I saw the Toy Maker, and then one day I was watching like PBS late at night, and the Benny Hill show came on.
Benny Hill,
and I was like, "That's the guy from thing. What is he doing?" And I remember being really shocked as a kid, and then also like watching it on the sly because it felt naughty, and I was like, "Oh, look what I'm watching!" But
our family watched it and laughed so much. I mean. All he had to do was run around fast, right? With that music.
I know, with yakety sax. Ridiculous.
But we also had a little bit later, there was also another guilty pleasure that I loved, which was Are You Being Served?
Which I had to remind them what the name of that show. They're like, what was the name of that show? Like, are you kidding? It's Are You Being Served?
It's the lady who's got a different color wig in every episode.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Really amazing. So so I've been a big fan of French and Saunders, like huge fan of French and Saunders. I've got like a box set of all of their stuff.
Okay,
amazing.
Chris Chalice, I would not do this for anyone else, but yes, Flynn, you can slap me on my ball.
No, I'm not gonna do that. No. Now, if we were able to chase each other around through the various screens right now, like I would be 100% down for that, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, no.
Too easy of a target.
Yeah.
Just once you get in the whole in our life.
Okay, now I'm gonna raise a a controversial question here. Controversial question. Oh, Moto's back. So, controversial question. What is the best kind of tea, Greg?
Are we doing this?
That's very easy. Very easy. I like very, very strong tea, not much milk in it, and it has to be Yorkshire tea. So Yorkshire English breakfast tea. I'll send you some bags if you fancy it.
Yeah, I'm writing this down because I am and this is, you're probably gonna go, but I have like the giant box of PG Tips, like the huge.
Yeah, PG Tips is nice. Yeah,
they're nice.
That's what everybody drinks at my work, and it's all Brits.
I love PG Tips. I mean, well, it's kind of one of the only really, like straight up teas that we get here that isn't like the Americanized version.
Yeah. Ooh, Brickworm Earl Grey, real Earl Grey.
We're getting lots of.
Is my microphone better?
No, Earl Grey's okay, but I have to have Earl Grey with lemon, not milk. I can't do it with milk.
No, I was going to say Earl Grey. Is Earl Grey, black, 2 sugars. That is amazing.
Oh, I'm writing this down, Si, so that when I see you, I can present you with a. This is my favorite, Mr. T.
Oh gosh,
that really is the best tea. Yeah, we've got lots of opinions here. Yeah. Lots of opinions.
I like it builder style, so it's very strong. Basically, you stir it with your spoon, and it's so strong the spoon stands up.
Oh, jeez.
No, if it's builder's tea, you stir it with your screwdriver.
Now, how about you, Blair? Do you like tea?
Only the manliest.
I'm having English breakfast tea right now, actually.
Very good, very good. Well, I can only imagine to anybody who like drinks tea on the regular that like the U.S. tea is really weak. Like it's really kind of like Lipton has got to be one of the weakest teas ever. Now that we're going down this path, I'm going to crawl us back out of the tea hole that we've fallen into. And
well, I will ask: is my microphone better or worse?
Much better.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so because I live in the Denver area, Celestial Seasonings is based up in Boulder, I believe, or around here. But I do 3 of their different zingers, which is a non-caffeinated lemon citrus hybrid that you can just put together. But yeah, I get a big cup and I put 3 zingers in there, and that's what I do. But that's hedonistic, and also I use a microwave, which is going to make LBB there spit up his tea.
That's not.
Yeah.
In a
get him off. Red carded. Get him off.
I will now take my leave, sir.
No, can't hear you. I don't hear you.
I use a microwave to warm my water.
Moto showed up just to make us all look bad.
No, just me.
I think we're gonna have to pick up a collection to send Moto an electric kettle.
Or just a kettle.
Well, do you know what I find? I found that this is strange from my American friends, and I found it when I went to Italy as well. Electric kettles aren't that common. I mean, I went to I have friends in Milan, so myself and my friend John went to Milan, and we went looking. We asked them, "Where's your kettle?" And they were like, "Oh, it's there." And they pointed to this thing that's half burnt that they put onto the stove. And I was like, "What a kettle? What the hell is that?" So we went to a department store and we asked the person in there, "Do you have a kettle?" in our worst Italian, and she gave us this kettle, €80, which is about $80, and we brought it back to their apartment, and they were like, "Oh my God, this is the best thing ever!" And they were like, when we were going to bring it, we were like, "We don't want it. We've got one at home," and they couldn't believe we were leaving something worth €80 in their apartment.
Oh my God.
What's wrong with a stovetop kettle?
Yeah. I like the old kettles that whistle when they go.
Yeah, we always had a Revereware one that whistled.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have one. I'm just too lazy. I'm just going to put that out there, and that I shall be cursed, and I'll be put back in the green room for all eternity.
So my stovetop kettle also came from a Welsh friend of mine, so it is UK approved.
There you go. Yeah.
You see, I'd forget about something on the stove, and I'd burn the house down.
That's why it whistles.
Oh, I love this. Electric kettles are kind of gross, though. Sediment settles at the bottom. It's called cleaning, Joel.
Yes,
it's all the sponge.
You get a one with a Brita filter built in, and that does all the filtering, and then you get it down.
I actually do, as of recently, have an electric coffee pot though. So it's like literally the pot calling the kettle black or something along those lines.
They're cool.
I was curious. I know during lockdown, at least over here, we had a lot of trouble getting a lot of Lego sets. Like we missed out on like a whole wave of stuff. Right now,
well, there was no one in the stores to.
Well, it was also,
and then they weren't getting new shipments. Right?
Yeah, it was also delivery. There was a lot of delivery.
And everything sold out online. I think that was universal. Yeah.
We had them all.
I was going to say, aside, now I know y'all were talking about it the other day. They were fully available in Europe, and y'all got now. How did you manage them without the stores being open? Was it all just online purchasing, or was it like curbside pickup, or how did that work?
Online, basically. It was click and collect, which is, I think, is the same as curbside, is it?
Yeah. Very good. Well, yeah, because I know we were talking the other day on, I'm sorry, I was on both of your shows this last week, and I can't remember which one we talked about this on, but we were just talking about the hidden side sets and how we kind of missed out on the entire final wave of hidden side.
They didn't even show up over here.
Yeah, and then now they're all there, kind of like the first and second waves are in their Lego stores now here on like deep discount.
Yeah.
But we hardly saw. I was fortunate enough to get the final wave as a thing with.
Honestly, folks, get them.
Yeah, get them while they're cold.
Good one. That last wave was an excellent wave from Hidden Side, and it's a shame, really. I know they've never really officially said it's no more, but I tell you what, I missed out on the castle. I think, Si, you got the castle. Did you get two? How many did you actually get?
No, I got one. Like it was a complete fluke. I saw it and it was discounted in a shop, like an obscure shop in Ireland, like in the countryside, and I was like, nailed that straight away. And I was trying to get one for Tech Productions because he needed one, but I never thought I'd get that, and I got it. It was one of those sets that I left because Hidden Side was a shelf warmer for ages, and I thought I'll get this. And over the years, I've learned that if you're looking for a city set, buy the small ones first, because in Ireland and the UK, they go first. If you're looking if it's a kind of a new theme, get the most expensive one first, because they go for some reason. But the castle's so cool; it's really nice.
That's the Mystery Castle one.
Yeah.
I reviewed
that
for Brothers Brick, and it is an excellent set. And my very most favorite thing about it are the two stained glass windows.
Yeah.
They're so good. I mean, they're stickers, but they are so good. And I also really appreciated the blue candle flames.
Yes.
And
speaking of stickers, did you guys do stickers?
Oh, we haven't done stickers yet. That's a good segue. Let's talk about stickers.
I mean, we're running out of time, right?
Yeah, let's get over here to sticker time. A little late in the day, but here we are. It's Sticker Set Show and Tell, everyone. Ooh, all right, very good. Oh, yay, Sai. You got a little dance routine. Who knew? Well, you are in the center square, so that makes you got to be presentational with jazz hands. All right, so let's start off with Cara. Cara, what have you got? I'm just going to go in sort of down the line. Oh, nope, Cara's not ready. Holly?
I don't have stickers. I have a heart.
You do. Very good.
So they say.
All right, Holly.
That's a lovely heart as well.
Okay. So last week I was building this set, 43184. The
Rhea.
Rhea.
Yeah. So I was building this last week, and I showed you guys the piece that came with this, all the foil, which I failed to mention that the back of it is gold.
Ooh.
So that was pretty cool. So you've got silver on one side and gold on the other. So this is a really useful piece of scrap right there. And then the stickers, I didn't get a chance to show the stickers that came with it, which are really cool.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it actually reminds me of, no one else is probably going to understand this, but it reminds me of Box Trolls, because we had some decor that looked almost identical to this in the Cheese Guild. And it was based on, can't remember the guy's name. There was a French artist that did these kind of loose line illustrations that it reminds me of. Anyway, And then of course,
Nice.
Monet.
And hi, Brenda, Art and Jest. Brenda, our guest from last week, is here. How's it going?
Hi. Ahoy, hoy.
Blair, what do you think? You got something for us?
I have a thematic set of stickers, and of course, we weren't sure which face we were going to see with the return. So
Oh my goodness.
Very nice.
Hey,
Very
I
good.
shaved today, so I'm counting as a win in my current state.
Yeah, Moto.
now there's two Motos.
He's got a beautiful chin, that man.
Hi, Moto.
Very good.
Thank you.
All right, Greg, what do you I know you said controversial stickers.
Slightly
And I'm
controversial.
already intrigued, and I already have my hand on the eject button. So,
It's not like that. I promised you, Flynn, I'd be a good boy for this. Here it comes. Here we go. New theme from Lego. The controversial new theme from Lego.
Uh-oh.
Video stickers.
Oh, yeah.
oh, those are awesome.
Yeah.
It's like a Keith Haring background.
Yeah,
Very cool.
I like this one. That's my favourite one. With the fingers coming out the speakers. I like
Yeah. That's
This one reminds
awesome.
me of the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
I think that's what that was supposed to
Mhm.
emulate. Yeah.
Evoke. You're supposed to evoke.
Yes.
Not copyright infringe, but evoke.
Correct.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. God
Little
forbid that
water
Lego would
art.
ever do a copyright infringement.
An homage. We're going to
Can you
call it
imagine
an
that?
homage.
Yeah. Anyway,
Very
all my
nice,
stickers.
Greg. Very good. Moto, what do you think? You got something for us?
I'm just taking that so I can go invisible like that on a whim.
I
But
know.
He's selected, so he can do anything.
I have Pop Village Celebration. This was
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That
now.
is one of my favorite.
If you're counting sparkles as winning, this thing is extremely winning.
Yes.
Also, that sun. Can't get over that sun. Oh, and maybe I should use this on a mock instead of don't touch.
I love that. The go away. Yes.
Please go away. Well, it says
Yes.
please. It's very polite.
Sure.
And you get a rainbow too, which is nice.
Well, and
Disco
that's
ball.
50s style like pottery
50s,
with the
60s.
plants.
Yeah, it's very like
Yeah, that's what they live in, the little pods.
very cool.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming, Sai, you disappeared to grab a sticker?
Yes, I have loads of stickers, and it's always the same thing. When someone asks you for something, you can't find them. So I did find some, but first I have the backup sticker that I was going to use that I don't need to use, but I'll show you anyway. It's a Funko sticker
Nice.
Yay.
Fun.
because I like Pops, but I found Lego stickers, and yeah, that's it. So these ones are Frozen stickers.
Oh,
cute.
cool.
Frozen
Very
2.
nice.
Now, where did those come from?
There's a question. They probably came from. I'm quite friendly with my local shop. It's an art shop, and they sell Lego sets. So anytime there's any promotion stuff, they hold them for me and they give me everything. I'll show you another cool thing. Just one second there.
They might have come with some magazines or something like that. So those particular.
No, it's definitely from that shop. But like they keep all kind of point of sale things as well for me.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it's pretty. This is. You're supposed to put a display iPad into this and put it on your counter in your shop.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's cool. I would
that's
use that.
cool. Very nice.
Has all the bits and pieces in it and you put it all together. But
Build it, Si. Build it.
I collect weird things.
I think we all do.
You're in good company.
All right, so here's ours, and it's probably going to phase
Yeah, I
out,
think parts of it are going to disappear,
but
but I
we'll
love this.
we'll try it
triple set.
anyway. This is a favorite of ours.
This is from set 41194. You might have guessed from all the curly cues that it's elves.
Elves.
9
elves.
studs medium. This is, I mentioned her before, Nocturna's Tower and the Earth Fox Rescue. With 635 parts. It came with our friend the elf Farron Leafshade in dark orange boots, and my favorite Nocturna in a black and turquoise dress with a black face tattoo, a snarky smile, and a one-sleeve dress with opera-length glove.
And by the way, he didn't research that. He just knew all that off the top of his head.
That is so
By the
not
way.
true.
Yes, we are big fans of stickers here. So awesome. Well, thanks everybody for sharing your awesome stickers for sticker
And
time.
the words opera length gloves should be used more often on the stream.
I know, don't you think her whole dress comes down into
love opera length gloves.
only on one side?
So you were talking, Greg, earlier about how Hidden Side just kind of evaporated, right? Like, and it's interesting that like Lego doesn't seem to talk much about when they are like axing something, like when you aren't going to see it anymore, because the same exact thing happened with elves. Like one day one day there was an elf on the shelf, and the next day there was no elves on the shelves. So it was really weird. It was really weird, and that
they must announce it to somebody though, because I remember like reading about when it was the last wave of elves, and also when it was the last wave of Hidden Side. Even though we still never saw the last wave of Hidden Side over here, I still remember it being like reading in an article or on Brickset or something. So they're informing somebody.
Yeah. Someone it's leaked a little bit, isn't it? And then everyone normal Joe blogs. Going into Lego store, he thinks, I'm going to get myself some Hidden Side or something like that today. Then go in and be like, where is it? But
I made a video on it at the time it was happening. So what happened was, it was a good video. TrickyBricks actually left a comment on it, so I was quite happy with that. But so what happened was, it was here in Europe and everyone was happy, and in America it hadn't turned up. So somebody rang customer service in America, and they said, or in Lego, and they inquired and they said, has it finished? And they said, no, it hasn't finished. There's another wave on the way. And this person was very happy, and they showed the chat on their Twitter or their Instagram. And I made a video saying, okay, yes, they've said there's another wave on the way. But in Europe, we have that wave. You don't have that wave yet. We know this is the last wave. So technically, they've told you it's not finished because America hasn't got it yet. And sure enough, when that wave got to America, the Hidden Side vanished from the website.
Yeah.
It didn't even get a bye-bye. It was just like, where'd it go to?
And it's a shame, because I think it was the only theme I know universally that everyone seemed to like. Forget about the app,
Right.
But I think it just seemed to pull in themes from all over. And I really liked it.
It brought in the whole lore of Lego. Like Newbury is built on the grounds that monster fighters used to occupy, and it has there's a whole backstory to Lego that a lot of people don't actually know or realize. And Joey from Maniac for Bricks is a little bit of a historian on the whole thing. He's brilliant. Like, ask him anything and he'll tell you. But the third wave of Hidden Side in America, guys, it's very limited stuff. It's practically rare,
Yep.
So it didn't last long. You guys got it in the middle of the run.
Yep.
And then it finished. So I mean, it's very sad. I love Hidden Side so much. It's one of the best things ever.
I do kind of wonder what's gonna fill its spot though, because like you said, we have Monster Fighters, and then I kind of feel like Hidden Side was the follow up to that. So now I kind of have my fingers crossed that they're gonna do another wave of some other kind of spooky wave, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like two things, and I've mentioned one of these things every single time we talk about Hidden Side because it's a thing. But I feel like Hidden Side would have done so much better. Number one, if they had just not done the app thing. If they had just let it be like a straight up Monster Fighter, Scooby-Doo, whatever hybrid that it was, right? And that awful box art. And I don't mean disrespect to the artists, because they did a lot of there's a lot of fun artwork and drawings on there, but the way it was presented on the boxes, and you can kind of see it behind Moto there, the way that it was done on the boxes was so confusing.
I thought the art was nice and spooky, but I had no idea what was inside the box.
Right. You could hardly even tell one set from the other because it was so busy. Yeah.
It's just it's like a Blair of image.
Can I also point out Moto, where it says 8+? All the information is on the box. Okay, so just for 1 second, Flynn, if you pop back to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
In Europe, it's blank.
That's
weird.
I get nothing.
It's worse for us. We have to look at the box and go, which set is this? And even like people, I know Lego, and sometimes I was in the shop and I had to pick it up and go, which one is this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, same here.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Yeah, it's almost like you need the AR app to read the box.
Yeah, I mean the backside, quite honestly, was a little bit. You could see what the model was at least on the back.
Exactly.
But you
may as well just put the back forward. It looks better than the front.
Well,
that was the hidden side.
Exactly. There you go, Blair.
Small art director had a great quote when it was coming to the end of the run because he was really into it. He said, "Daddy, I captured all the ghosts. There aren't any more left," because he was playing the game quite extensively. And that was pretty much a great summation of what happened. He captured all the ghosts.
And to your point about the apps, and same thing with kind of video, most of us are kind of sitting here scratching our heads like, what is with all this AR like app business? And I get that I think it's a marketing thing that's trying to hit that preteen to teen demographic. They feel like that's how they're staying relevant. But I mean, I'm still more interested in this stuff than my teens or my preteens, like they're not falling for it. So I think they're going to have to come up with another strategy. I don't think this is it.
I don't think video's working.
Sorry, Greg, go on.
No, I was going to say, I don't think video's working because ever since they've come out here in the UK, I'm not joking, folks, you can go on Amazon right now and here in the UK and you can buy all the video sets at 50% discount.
Yeah.
I've been on the front lines of trying to defend the sale at the beginning because everybody's like, it's a flop. I'm like, it's been out 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I get it, but I will have to say, having attempted the app, I tried it out just because I wanted to show
the video app, right?
the video app. I wanted to just kind of see what it was about so I could talk semi-intelligently about it.
Well, you were amused
for 5 seconds, yeah. And I was like, if I was 7, I would probably really be into this. That would be fine.
But see, 7-year-olds like Lego anyway without all of that. So,
it's like they're trying too hard.
What I decided about it, or what I found frustrating about it, is it's really slow. Every single thing that you have to do requires a load screen. And for somebody who's spent the better part of their life playing video games, load screens are the enemy, right?
Yep.
And there are so many load screens. Every single thing you do requires a load.
As a point of reference, is it better or worse than Animal Crossing?
Wait, what do you mean? The load
as
screen?
Far as the prompts and the waiting, you know what I'm talking, because in Animal Crossing, that was always my beef with that, is you're just having to go through the prompts until you get to the gameplay, and
it breaks up.
But this is but that's different. With it's different. It's just different. At least with Animal Crossing, the prompts are you're talking to a character or something's happening. This is literally a loading screen that says, hang on. Although I gotta say, and I think Blair, were you the one that pointed this out? Was my favorite part of it are the warnings, and one of them is be respectful, and they're filming in a graveyard.
Yes.
That was Corey. He found that.
But I just thought what an odd. And then I realized they did it, of course, because they were using the the werewolf and the banshee figs and that particular one. So it made sense, but it was still just it was very funny.
Here's a question for you, Flynn, and Holly as well. Do you guys think that there were a lot of not influencers, but people who like Lego and who are involved in various different media platforms instantly saw, hey, Lego video is coming. Oh, it has an app. This has failed. This is dead. And it was months away from being launched. I mean,
yes.
A friend of mine who, I do stream with BFAB. He killed it off before it even started, and he loves Lego. He's a Lego fan.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with Lego in general is that people forget that we're not the target. We're not the target
He beats up the fence as well. He does love the target. He loves the minifigures.
The target audience has to be able to afford the sets and have the phone. The target audience hasn't got as powerful a phone, and they certainly haven't got the money to buy these sets. I mean,
well, you know what I mean, though. It's like there's the target audience that is the people that are going to be purchasing the sets, but usually not for themselves.
Right.
And it's the kids that are going to be asking for certain things, that they really have to pay attention to make sure that Lego is still in demand, regardless of who's paying for it.
Yeah.
I mean, we are a portion of the target audience. But they're trying to cover a lot of bases, and like I said, they're trying to stay relevant. Which in a technical world, they've been around this block many times, where they try to stay relevant. They try to, keep ahead of the technical curve. I think my prediction is that hopefully they're going to start putting more of the take some of the resources away from AR and start putting it more into VR. That's my hope, because I think that's going to be more relevant for a larger range of demographics than just doing these kind of like gimmicky AR phone games.
It is gimmicky, isn't it? That's the thing. It is a bit gimmicky. I mean, the fact is, Lego's profits are up. I mean, Lego at one point, I'm not kidding. At one point last year, Lego thought they were going to be lucky if they got 1% profit in the year. Their profit this year is 21%.
Yeah,
it's like it's off the charts. They've had the best year since 2016.
Now, also keep in mind, development takes a really long time. So a lot of the stuff that they, like this video stuff and the hidden side stuff, was in development years ago when AR was kind of the new and upcoming thing. So that's why I'm kind of thinking now they're probably investing those. That's maybe why hidden side and video and things are kind of quick to come and go, because I think they're probably already working on other things that, again, hopefully might not be.
But look at the Star Wars game. I mean, how long have we been waiting for Star Wars Saga? I mean, there is a saga, the whole thing itself.
It takes a while. It takes a while, man. It takes a while.
Well,
and I work in stop motion. I work in stop motion animation. So, like, I know the pain of, like, it taking years to make something, and people are like, you watch things kind of like, if we're making a movie, like a stop motion movie, and it takes us 3 years, and then you see a movie that's coming out next year that's basically the same movie. Do you know how painful that is?
Holly, my favorite video of all time is a stop motion video. So
it takes time. It takes time. You got to be patient.
Well, I'm going to go way out on a limb here and say that I think one of the coolest things about Lego is that it doesn't involve screens. Yeah, and I get it being relevant and you got to get people's attention and all that. But I think if they just continue, like, for instance, with Hidden Side, if you had gotten more than one Jack and you could play with a character so you didn't end up with 20 of the same exact character in the same exact outfit.
That was dumb.
I just say focus on the bricks because it's what they've got that's magic.
Yeah. Spencer's had a lot of puppies, believe me.
We have a million Spencers, trust me.
We have to take a quick pause here and say hello to a special guest. Hi. How's it going?
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Do you want to introduce us, Sai?
This is Nulig. He's my son, and he is, how old are you?
7. I got up.
Yeah, he grew up. Yeah, you grew up. And he is sporting a cool Batman top.
Yes.
Awesome.
He had a
Holly approved
yesterday too.
So look,
very cool.
Say hi to Flynn Richard.
Hi, Flynn Richard.
Say hi to
Hi. Hi, Chicky.
Chicky. You're minifig Chick. You call her Chicky. Okay. There's Holly.
Holly.
There's Blair over here. My microphone's in the way. Who's that guy?
The bricks.
Yeah, London Bricks. And down here we have Moto.
I'm Moto.
Hello.
Cool new friends for you to say hello to.
Great to see you.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Nulig.
Nulig. So Nulig is the Irish word for Christmas because he was born near Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh,
very nice.
Cool. That's awesome. So we were talking about Hidden Side and the AR stuff. Were you a fan of Hidden Side?
These the ghost ones, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw those.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah.
I'm watching you guys. I'm watching you.
But did you like the game part on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what game do you prefer?
I don't know.
He prefers Fortnite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't have no loading times on that game.
I know it's very popular.
Lego?
He loves the Lego shows. Any Lego shows. So Batman and the Lego movie. He loves Emmett.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Well, who doesn't?
He likes to get
Very
his hair
cool.
brushed like Emmett over to the side.
See that?
Yeah.
Would you say bye to
Bye,
everybody?
buddy.
Bye.
Oh, would you?
Bye.
If you could dress up as Emmett and walk around, would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
definitely would, Moto.
Yeah.
Okay, see you later.
See you
Because
later.
you're very heavy.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, adorable.
So,
thank you.
So on the whole like video thing, what you were saying before, Sai, about people kind of proclaiming it dead before it even launched. I find that to be, especially in the last 5 to 10 years, a pervasive attitude of fandoms in general. This sort of like, I am proclaiming this to be, well, I was talking about it on Twitter the other day. It's like we're at a point now where something gets announced and people will either be 100% negative or 100% positive. It's either the worst thing that ever happened and everyone should hate it and no one should like it, or it's the most amazing thing that's ever happened in the history of ever.
How dare you not
Right.
like it?
Yeah, how dare you not like it? And it's gotten to this point where it's just like, let people enjoy what they want to enjoy. Like if they want to enjoy video, let them enjoy a video. If it's not for you, that's fine. But we don't, I don't need an endless diatribe about what how you think it's going to be a dead thing because you don't like it. Well, somebody, I can promise you, somebody is going to like it. Like maybe not everybody loves video, but I can promise you there are some kids out there who think that is the greatest thing that ever happened to them.
And adults.
Yep.
And adults.
Yeah.
And, I will say that I do hope it flops because I need more of these. So
You need more of those on a discount.
yeah, I need a lot more. So
Yeah, I'm a little more than halfway there.
yeah, so stop buying them, everyone.
I'm also so Patrick was bringing up the Lego Mario stuff, and then suddenly Bricks O'Brien appeared out of the woodwork. I'm just saying that because if you say Lego Mario, he comes out from somewhere. But okay. So I just saw the Shang-Chi sets are going to be coming out soon. And I've already seen people declaring the movie is going to be terrible and the worst thing ever, and the sets are awful, and this is terrible. And I was like, really?
I would not bet against Marvel Studios any day of the week, no matter what they made.
No
Do
kidding.
not.
People say that. People say they have no interest in, the movie's terrible, the sets are terrible, whatever. And then, it never fails that 5-10 years later, everyone's like, oh, what was I thinking? I should have totally gotten those sets. It was Lone Ranger was a good example. A lot of people passed on Lone Ranger because they couldn't get over how bad the movie was. Man, I totally swiped up those sets at discount and so glad that I did.
Well, that
I got two of the TP sets, the Wigwam sets.
Yeah.
I mean, it begs the question: what will be the Bionicle 20 years from now? 30 years from now.
Ninjago.
Ninjago's eternal. Ninjago and friends will be around after the fall of humanity, man.
Yeah.
There'll be alien archaeologists uncovering Ninjago and friends from the ruins of our cities.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, for me, when I saw the box art and stuff like that, I was like, I am 100% here for seeing an Asian superhero on the box cover. And I love that actor, Simu Liu, who he was on Kim's Convenience, if you know that show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Great. And he is now, and I love that his whole thing, and I'm so glad that he finally made it, I gotta say, but his whole thing for a long time was we need an Asian superhero. He would be on Twitter about it, and he posted endless pictures of him shirtless because he's really, he's really built. And he kept saying, hey, Marvel, I want to be a superhero. I want to be a superhero. You need the first Asian superhero. and he got there, and I'm
That's
so
amazing.
proud of him, and I think that's so
Awesome.
great. I thought that was really terrific. So
Cool.
great to see, in my opinion. But people are already, smack talking the movie, and like a trailer hasn't even come out yet.
I know, it's ridiculous. I don't know why. The thing is, right, maybe it's just a thing, but me and Si, we was actually some of the biggest fans over here in this part of the community for video. And we still love, at the end of the day, I love the prints, the beat bits. I think they're very good. I love the minifigures. I think they're amongst some of the best minifigures. Like in the top 10 of minifigures at the end of 2021, there'll be one or two of them will be the video stars. That's for sure. So take away, I always wish these days people would just try something. And if they don't like it, move on. It's simple as that.
Yep.
No, unfortunately, I think in the case of I love that one, Ty. Unfortunately, I think in the case of video, that people who normally would try it are put off by the price.
Yeah.
It's not the same for y'all because you've got all the ones on sale, but I can tell you over here, they do not have. There's not on sale anywhere.
That's weird.
No, I haven't. I will say this: I have not bought any video product at all.
Yeah, I picked up a couple.
Just as a matter of interest, why Moto?
Well, time was one of them, but I went to the Lego store yesterday, and we spent an hour looking at just about everything, and eventually got 2 Technic sets and the little kitty container from Friends, and that was it. Yeah. Well, and a ton of PAB because whoever's stocking our PAB wall is a goddess, as far as I'm concerned. So I destroyed the PAB, but. It was really weird that after looking at all the new things that had come out recently, it came down to the Technic motorcycle and the new remote controlled car with the 2 motors that you guys. I think you guys put that one together.
Yeah, the Technic buggy is great.
The buggy.
Got your name on it.
It's right.
I want that
Buggy
buggy.
is one of my favorite sets in quite a while.
Yeah, we got the buggy because I don't have really any motors or control or anything like that other than the Mindstorm's EV4 and wanted to get something. It was too intimidating for small art directors. So I think a little remote controlled car is more of the way to break into that.
It was intimidating.
Moto, I have a tip for you. Here's a tip. So when we built the buggy, we got it all together and we got to see Blair drive his around like he got his working. It has one joystick which controls the propulsion and the steering. But if you go into the Powered Up app rather than the Technic app, you can go in create mode and create your own control, which has 2 sliders. And if you Google it, there's people. I'm sorry, I don't have his name right now, but there's there's really good tutorials there on how to control it yourself, and you can even just figure out because Powered Up isn't that hard. And the buggy controls great when you do your own, do your own controls.
But I don't want it to go by, but there was a great comment that you highlighted, which was, apart from it being a cat, which of course smaller director is going to go for anything that's a cat, but the Friends cubes, they're completely adorable. You get a mystery animal.
That's a different
thing. And they were half as much as I tried to steer them toward video and that just did not work out.
Well, I know, sort of just going back to the buggy for a second, I know Solo Brick Builder, like one of the first shows I was watching of yours, Greg, was he was really unhappy with the fact that the app only allowed one steering mechanism. One thumb. And I wonder if it would change his opinion of it.
100%, I think it would, because I'm all for this. There's I'm reviewing a magazine for next week that's going to be coming out, and they review basically it's Box Magazine, and they've reviewed the buggy. And the things that they say about the buggy, the worst thing about the buggy, they even said the price point of it is actually quite good for what you get.
Yeah.
It's the actual app is not that great. But knowing now what Richard's just said, that's kind of given me new hope because that's actually discounted over here at the moment as well. You can pick it up. It retails at £120 and you can pick it up for £90, which is that's 30% off nearly.
I got mine at an 8 Ball event, so it was like 15% or something, and it was during the double VIP point period, so it was a great buy.
And then the
I
other
might pick
thing,
it up tomorrow. I might pick it up tomorrow then, because as of tomorrow in the UK, it's double VIP points all month.
Yep. Well, the other thing that
And hello to Brick Snaps, like you said. My goodness.
as AFOLs, if you get the buggy and you just use the remote that comes with it, then you're limited to that buggy in that shape with that configuration of motors.
That's true.
But if you use the Powered Up app, then the Technic Hub actually has 4 outputs. So you can put a motion sensor on it, you could add a light to it, and it becomes this whole sandbox in just the parts from the Technic buggy. It's super fun, I think.
What was interesting too is Small Art Director's 9.5. He didn't go for the monkey kit as much as I thought he would, because they had just built the big spider. Holly, you were showing that monster. That thing's amazing. So they had it out, like to draw people in. And there was a damaged box one that was 15% off, and he still didn't go for it.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. That was my look. Holly's face was my face as well. the stunned disbelief, but no, I mean, to each their own, right? Is you never know what's going to strike the fancy of someone.
It's true.
You're gonna have to get that one eventually, though. I'll tell you later why.
I have a feeling I will have to get one.
Well, we are actually, we've gone way over time, but my goodness, we have so much fun stuff to talk about and such awesome, engaging guests. So this has been really fun. So glad to have you all on the show. And I also wanted to give a shout out. I put up his comment earlier, but Brick Snaps is amazing. Please follow him on Instagram. He did a really great challenge for Princess Tiana, to bring attention to the fact that there's lots of Disney princess sets and Tiana doesn't really have that many or any. Like, she's got a couple. One of them, she's with other people in the set. That's how I got her. And Brett Hooper, our friend, did a mosaic of Tiana and the Frog, which he actually also submitted to our mosaic challenge. And then Meredith, Pink Wheels 3, just submitted her Mama Odie's house, which she made for that challenge. Beautiful. It was beautiful on our challenge the other day. Really nice guy, super engaging, really friendly. So check him out and the stuff that he's doing over there. Awesome stuff. Be sure and go subscribe to Cy O'Connor's channel on YouTube if you haven't already, and also Greg, London Bridge Bricks. Super fun guys. They've got a lot of streams all the time, so you will always find something going on with one or two of them and other people. So and thank you guys so much too. I wanted to say thank you so much for inviting me to be part of your streaming family, because it's really we've had our little group, and I've been talking about it recently about how I've really only started to kind of satellite out and go check out other streams and see what other people are doing, because we were so focused on what we were doing for a while, and it's been really great. And I was just like, oh, there's all these other streamers out there, like, how do I get to know these people? And you guys were both just so welcoming and kind, and so thank you so much for that.
No problem. Do you know what? I because I hadn't seen Lego Masters USA, I first saw you in Sarah Starbrick's chat in her live stream. That's how I found you.
Oh yeah.
No idea, because I said to the wife, I said to Lorraine, hey, I don't know that name. She's, oh, he was on Lego Masters. And I was like, no, I saw Lego Masters. He wasn't on it. He was on the American one.
Now, Cy, are they airing it? Because they said they're airing it in the UK, but does that mean you get it in Ireland or not?
Yep, yeah. We get it on before. I think it's next week. So I mean, that was one of the reasons I had Flynn on, to kind of promote, Flynn, and let everybody know to watch the show and enjoy it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Well, it's also cool. It's so funny because we think, I don't know, like when I first heard they were going to be showing it, I was like, wow, this is like when the reality of it hits you, and there's like, okay, so now it's gone beyond just the United States. Like now other countries are going to know who we are and see our faces. And first of all, I'm sorry. And
oh dear.
You're both two good-looking guys, so you know.
I know.
I'd love to have like each one of you people on as well at some stage over the next few months.
Well, yeah, I can act as your lower half.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Drop that policeman spaceman knight and pirate.
drop that policeman spaceman knight and pirate.
Nice. Well, thank you so much, Cy. Thank you so much, Greg. I super appreciate you guys coming on. I hope that you will come back on again sometime.
Definitely.
And hang out with us. And I wanted to also say, of course, thank you to our regulars, Cara and Holly and Blair, for coming on and hanging out. I love, like, Blair comes on and hangs out, and he's a man of few words, but when he gets one in, it's always a zinger. Like, he's always got, like, a good one.
Yes.
He's got the good ones going. A favorite. And, of course, welcome back, Moto. We are so glad to have you back.
We missed you.
Yeah. I did.
I missed you guys, too. Wow, I needed this today. I was feeling pretty tired, but now I'm feeling better.
Very good.
You know, if I had known that people, you know, from other countries were going to see Lego Masters, we should have been nicer.
I know. I would have combed my hair or something.
Yeah, now the whole world is only going to know you for elbowing Boone.
Oh no, spoilers!
No spoilers.
Oh dear.
But
sorry.
Look for the slow motion.
But now they can look forward to a moment in which something happens in which Boone gets elbowed.
Yeah.
Elbowed,
Allegedly
gets elbowed.
Like it only looked like it. It was the angle of the camera. I swear.
Yeah.
Oh my god. My own Boone is turning on me. I can't believe it.
Oh, no.
All right, I see how it is. Look, Boone's got, 30,000 subscribers, so he can.
He's okay. He'll be all right.
An elbow.
I feel so confused right now.
I want to say thanks everyone for staying with us too on this marathon of a stream today. It's so exciting to see everyone in the chat.
Oh, I love it. Greg and Cy are like marathon. This was like a short dash.
Yeah, for them it's nothing.
I can do stuff now.
I got so much sorting done. I'm so pleased with myself.
Very good. I got nothing done, but
I got nothing done
and drinking too much coffee. So. Thanks everybody so much for joining us. We really appreciate it, and make sure that you've subscribed to the many channels available here to you today, so you can see the breadth of Lego fandom around the world. Wow! Oh my goodness, Moto.
Apollo studs, man. Got to have Apollo studs.
Wow.
Oh yes, I love those.
Discount dots are all fun and games until you have to sort them.
Oh,
yeah,
don't
mine
you know
are
it?
still in the box.
All right, everyone. So until next time, and we're just going to blip out of existence today, folks. There's not going to be any ending screen, so don't be scared when we just disappear. But I wanted to say, until Wednesday at 10 a.m., when we are going to be having our friend Lee on to talk about Lego fonts and lettering. It's going to be a really great show, so do not miss it.
He's amazing.
A lot of experience there with lettering.
Yeah, a lot of experience. Really great guy. So thanks again to all our guests. Thanks to all of you for coming and hanging out. And until we see you next time, which is Wednesday at 10 a.m., don't forget to stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, wear your mask, get that vaccine as soon as you're able to. We did, and we'll see you next time.
Bye,
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.